Hey guys, it's your girl Miss Vina from across the way, back again with another video. So I'm bringing you a video for all the goddesses and gods out there, but mainly the goddesses today, okay? I will be doing a video for the gods out there, but this video is how to reach your goddess state, or how to reach your goddess. Like, who are you as a woman? Who are you as a mother? Who are you as a sister, as a daughter? Like, who are you as a goddess? So this is pretty much like how to recreate your goddess, okay? And your goddess self, right? So we know that society has created, from our beginning of our existence on this planet, society has chose for us in short terms on how to look, how to think, how to feel, how to be. And we have eaten this up as kids, because as kids we're sponges and we love to be happy and imaginative and creative and all of these amazing things, that society had slowly said, you're getting too old to do that. You're getting too old to do that. So, how do you, in the society of, everybody has to follow this one direction. How do you recreate that goddess? How do you recreate that inner goddess? And so, my experience, and if you guys want to know a little bit more deeper into my experience, this is just a short video, but if you want to know deeper into my experience, you could check out my other channel, Miss Vina V, and you will find me there, and you could look up, all that other stuff. But for this short video, in my experience in short terms, what helped me was to open up my imagination again, and to open up that creativity again, not immaturity, because we know that there's a lot of people that are grown adults who are immature. And I'm not talking about becoming immature. I'm talking about being mature, but having your imagination open, to be able to play again, to be able to be in a forest of flowers again, to be able to be that goddess in your mind and in your thoughts, which create your reality. So I started by deprogramming my mind from this system. So I started by loving myself first, loving everything about me, even my flaws. That's groundwork number 1. Groundwork number 2, okay, is to start saying those affirmations and to start putting it out into existence. I am beautiful. I am gorgeous. I am love. I am light. I am peace. I am still. I am happiness. Everything that I need flows to me. All of these affirmations, you might feel like they're not working. You might feel like, you've been doing it for months and months. Nothing's happening. But something amazing does happen. And what happens is you'll find that your subconscious wants to continue to say this. You'll find that you're programming yourself to say these things over and over about yourself. And I found that the more that I do affirmations, the more that I continue to want to just say them over and over and over all day, to the point where I'm saying them out loud and everybody can hear it, and they're looking at me like, and as if I care, right? Because I love myself unconditionally, and I don't really care what other people who have been indoctrinated have to say about my process, right? So that's groundwork number 2. Number 1 was the loving yourself unconditionally. Number 2 were the affirmations. Number 3 are the visualizations, okay, and the creativity. So creativity can be last, but number 3 is the visualizations, okay? Seeing yourself as a goddess. See yourself with glitter all over you in your mind, the imagination. Tapping into that feminine energy, which is the imagination. And if I do have any gods in here, you guys can tap into this energy as well, and still be masculine. You see what I'm saying? So the imagination that we all had as children, it might have been disorientated and disrupted by sadness and pain and trauma from our childhood. But when you begin to turn off that victim and turn off that, because you're that victim is what's keeping you in depression and docile. But when you're able to love yourself and forgive yourself and say, I'm sorry, I love you, I need you, I love every part of you, even the sad parts, and we're going to get through it together. That voice in your head, that's you, that you hear, is your higher self, okay, telling you how to get out of the sadness and the pain. So you might hear in your thoughts, do this, do that, and you might not do it because it's your own disorientation and trauma that keeps you stuck on this particular thing, which is creating your reality. So when you're able to look outside of yourself and look at the whole picture and see, I'm not, what is it? How do you say it? I'm not a product of what I had to go through as a child, okay? I am reprogramming myself. I am regrowing my mental and being in a state of abundance and bliss and orgasmic energy. And we'll talk about orgasmic energy later in a womb healing and a masculine energy healing way. Okay, but that had a lot to do with it as well. Healing yoni trauma, healing being a victim of rape, and that is something that I had to go through myself. So it's a lot of layers, and it will always be layers of upgrading yourself. But when you can start by these 3 things is loving yourself unconditionally, affirmations, and that visualization, imagination. Those 3 things open the gateway to creation, okay? To creation and being creative. And creative is the 4th one. Being creative, being in your own state of abundance and creating your own path of happiness, creating your own abundance. A lot of things that I like to do when I'm feeling down is to dance or to do my own yoga or my own meditation in my own way. And I create the perfect plan for my mind and my body and my spirit and my soul, because I'm the only one who knows what is good for me and what is right for me. Nobody else can tell me that because nobody else is me, okay? So creating a plan for you specifically, because you're your own doctor, because you're your own counselor. And sometimes you might need to go outside of you to really heal those wounds. But I have had many of times, even recently, to where I would have something would come up, and I would have to love myself, and I would have to say things to push that energy out. It's like when you have when you're coughing and you've got all of this bacteria, you want to cough it out. You're going to cough it out. So it's like that. Cough it out. push it out, let it be seen, so then you know what area to work on. These negative emotions are not necessarily negative because it shows you the area in which you are at and what area you need to work on within yourself. So it's a blueprint and a guide on how to heal that specific part of yourself. So in layman's terms, in the whole picture, to become a goddess is to love, okay, love, know, visualize, create. And isn't that what the mother does? She's a nurturer. She creates life, okay? And even though the masculine has a big part to play in that, she brings in life. She visualizes it and she brings it forth. So we have to do those things in our everyday life to become that goddess who we are. So number one in my book, if all of those seem too hard for you, okay? If all of those are too hard to do at this point in your life, number one that I would say is to love yourself. And I mean love yourself so that you can attract that love to you. You're gonna go through many of people who are going to call you names or disrespect you because you haven't loved yourself yet, because you let that affect you. So it's a process and it's layers to this. So it's not just like, oh yeah, I'm just like who I want to be right now. No, you have to go through a phase of disassociating yourself from what society wants you to be, okay? So peace, love, and light to all of my gods and goddesses out there. Love you, Star Family. I feel our energy is growing and being powerful every day, and we're going to continue to love and thrive and open our hearts and release the toxins and the stress out of our vessels and continue to grow and love one another. And that's what it's all about. Peace and love, family.